Hello and welcome everybody, what is going on? So it's been a week now, it's been exactly a week now since we've actually reached 1,000 subscribers, the one with the 3 zeros, the first real milestone that you have on YouTube, I guess. I just want to say thank you. This video is essentially just a thank you and essentially just a why this channel kind of exists. So yeah, first of all, before I start anything, I wanted to do like a challenge video because obviously you don't reach a YouTube subscriber milestone that many times, you know, there are only like a few big ones. But I wanted to do like a challenge video to kind of celebrate the 1,000 subscribers, which for those of you guys that aren't really aware what challenge videos are, you basically do something really stupid to celebrate something which in hindsight doesn't make sense, but you just go with it because ultimately you're only going to reach a subscriber milestone once in your life. Essentially, you're only going to reach the 1,000 subscriber milestone once in your life, so you know you kind of go for it. But I've been kind of busy lately. The last week, I've been kind of busy, and so I've not really been able to get people to come over here to actually film a subscriber special. So I might have something on my computer saved from like a long time ago. I'll try and see if I still got that, which was kind of a challenge video, and if I do, I will upload that as like 1,000 subscribers. It might be at the end of this video, who knows, depends how long it is, but you know, depending on how that goes, if I can find it, then I'll upload that as like a special, I guess. But besides that, honestly, I just want to say thank you, because obviously, you know, first of all, why did I make this channel? I think that's a good way to start. You know, obviously I started, okay, let's go back to 2014. Let's go back in 2014. Back then, I was a young, uneducated, overconfident individual who thought I could take on the world. So essentially, what I did back then, that's when I really went on Twitter. 2014, 2013, 2014. That's when I joined Twitter. And back then, I was following obviously a lot of Bayern channel, not Bayern channels, a lot of Bayern accounts on Twitter. And roughly 2014, I saw this individual on Twitter post something along the lines of, we're looking for writers. We're looking for football writers. And back then I was like, you know what? I'm pretty smart, but you know, I can write football. I can write about Bayern. So that's when I joined Bayern Central. Back then they were called FC Bayern Central. Now they're called Bayern Central. They went like a 2-month hiatus. Now they're officially back, which is very good. They have a podcast as well, which you might want to check out. And they're honestly really good. You know, I'm still on very good terms with all of them. So I wrote for them for like a year. And quite frankly, I was pretty terrible. Quite frankly, looking back, when you look back at like old things that you do, you can obviously realize how terrible we are. And I think actually that's a good thing, because it just shows that you develop. You develop. So I look back at that and I'm thinking, you know what, that was actually pretty terrible. So I did that though for a year. I wrote for them for a year, and before, well, like I said, it was for about a year, and roughly after the World Cup. And then after that, I went on Reddit. I love Reddit. If you haven't been on Reddit, it's actually probably the best Bayern community, honestly, on social media itself. Probably the best Bayern community on the internet itself. Because, obviously, most of the time you find, you know, people kind of have two different opinions. And then if a group of people have the same opinion, then they just kind of get rid of the other person that has a totally different opinion. But with Reddit, you kind of have all the people's, you know, you have a lot of people that have different opinions, and they're actually able to get their voices heard. They're actually able to express their opinions without really being ridiculed and without really being ridiculed for it. And that's not, you don't really see that too often in real life or on the internet, especially not on the internet, where anonymity exists. So Reddit, you know, the Bayern subreddit, the problem is that it's a bit small. So when I was there, you know, I'm still there to be fair, but I used to spend like every day on that before I really went onto Twitter, and it was just, because it was so small, it just felt like nothing ever happened, and it's just like you're waiting. It's like almost like looking at your phone every 5 minutes thinking that you're going to get a text. That's basically how it was, just to talk about football. So then I decided, you know what, the Bayern fan base, especially the Bayern fan base, if you look at like English football, you don't really have that. With the Bayern fan base, you do have that. That it's not really that prevalent on the internet. there are not that many Bayern fans, at least English-speaking Bayern fans, on the internet. Now, I always had the benefit. I think it's snowing. I always had the benefit that I could speak English and German. So there was a large percentage of German Bayern fans, but not so much of English Bayern fans. So I thought, you know what? Instead of just sticking with like the German Bayern fans and like just occasionally interacting with the English one, let me actually try and make a portal, I guess, where English Bayern fans can join, and that's essentially why I made this channel. 3 reasons, really. First of all, to talk about Bayern, because I like talking. In case you haven't noticed, I like talking. I really do. I really do. I can hear my voice for hours, and it wouldn't disturb me, it wouldn't stop me whatsoever. So I'm glad for that. The second thing is, I could share my opinions. I could have other people share their opinions, and that's what I'm trying to encourage a little bit. Not so much now, obviously, but I used to really encourage people to, if you disagree with me, to really comment, to really tell me why. Now it just kind of happens naturally, so I don't even have to say, tell me why you disagree with me, or tell me why you agree with me. Now it just kind of happens naturally, so I can see where people are coming from, why they think that, why they don't. For example, the Alexis Sanchez thing. I've already said I don't think we should spend a penny over 40 million, because I think that he's just too old. If you pay 40 million, you're kind of wasting a little bit of money. If you pay more than 40 million, I should say, like obviously we were quoted numbers like 55 million. I was like, no, if you pay that much, that's a big mistake. But other people were saying, you know what, he is such a good player that we should, even if it's 60 million, we should spend that money, because if you look at other teams such as Barcelona, such as Real Madrid, then you kind of see how much they are spending. You kind of see that they are doing that, and it's working out for them. Juventus as well. All these big clubs, they're spending a lot of money. It's only us who isn't really doing that, and that's just the way it is. So obviously there are 2 sides of every coin, and I think not so much at the beginning, but now, where we have like 1,000 subscribers and you have roughly like 10 comments in each video, you have like a good variety of people that think different things, and I just really like that. So just from that perspective, that was one of the goals of this channel, to just get other people's views, because I like talking about football, which is why I'm probably always on Twitter. Like if you ever wanna contact me, I don't read my DMs that often, I'll be totally honest, but if you ever wanna contact me, just send me a message on Twitter and I'll probably get back to you within like a couple of minutes. So that's just the way it is. So that was like one of the big reasons why I did why I did this channel. Now the third reason was very simple. There was no actual Bayern channel. There was no Bayern channel on the internet, as far as I could tell, in English, I should say. So there are a few in German, but they kind of stopped. They just made a few videos here and there for like 2 months or so, and then they just stopped. They've never been seen since then. So I thought, you know what? Let me make a Bayern channel. Let me make a Bayern channel in English, because ultimately that can help not just the fan base in and of itself. Because if you're a fan of something, you want to basically be caught up to everything. You basically want to see other people interact. You basically want to see other people that share the same opinion of you, or share a different opinion, but still on the same topic. So I thought, you know what? Let me just make a Bayern channel. And see how that goes. See how that goes. See if other people that aren't, perhaps even other people that aren't interested in Bayern at all, just see what their opinions are, see how their thoughts are, and actually for them to have something. Now I'm not saying, oh, I'm a leader, who you have to follow me. No, I'm not really. I'm probably out of all the people, I'm probably the least important person, in all honesty, which kind of hurts. Hurts, but it is the truth. Now that's really the main reasons why I made this channel. So now at 1,000 subscribers, you can kind of tell we've gotten a lot bigger. At the beginning, I made like 10 views per video. I know like most of the people that were here, most people actually know most of the people now. That's kind of funny. It's good to see how the relationships build. But like a lot of people that were here at the beginning at like 100 subscribers. When it was only like 100 subscribers, or even when it was only at 50 subscribers, a lot of these people now have gone on to do their own things. For example, on Twitter, a lot of them have like big Twitter channels now, where I keep saying Twitter channels, but big Twitter accounts where they have like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 followers, and a lot of it's just nice to see. It's just very nice to see that a lot of the people that were here at the beginning are now trying to branch out and do their own little things. And honestly, I'm just hoping, honestly, that let's say, I don't want to really speculate too long, but say in like 3-4 years, 5 years at most, really. So we're in 20. What are we in? What day is it today? You see, that's what happens when you sleep all day and wake up at night. We're in 2017. All right, that's the year. So we're in 2017. So let's say in 5 years, 2022 at most. Let's say 2023. All right. Let's say in 2023. I'm hoping that. I'm personally hoping, and this is just my personal wish, I'm personally hoping that the Bundesliga scenery on YouTube just gets bigger. Now, there are a lot of people, obviously, that talk about Bundesliga, but there are a lot of people that don't really exclusively talk about Bundesliga. There are a lot of people that just, you know, mention Bundesliga. I mean, if you want to subscribe to a YouTube channel that I recommend a lot, Half Hope Football Hut. I used to be on there a lot, like, before I had this channel, I used to be on there a lot, but since then, because the time that they just record, well, the time that they live host, whatever, it's just like at 1 o'clock for me, and that's most of the time when I'm either asleep or when I just wake up, so I just kind of miss that all the time. So I used to be on there quite a lot. Half Hope Football Hut. You might want to subscribe to them, or to him, really. It's one person. But yeah, you know, there is a lot of there's a lot of people that talk about football in general, but I'm just hoping that there's going to be more people that just talk about Bundesliga in general. Now, even if it's not Bayern, just Bundesliga in general. That's why, for example, Forever Dortmund, obviously Dortmund channel, you might want to subscribe to him. Then you have, obviously, well, he doesn't have a YouTube channel per se, but obviously he has it's not really Bundesliga, I know, but you'll get, there aren't that many people. Obviously, I know who I was thinking about. Omar. I was thinking about Omar, but who's been here on he's been on a channel a few times to discuss his views and whatnot. But he doesn't really have a Bundesliga channel. So yeah, I'm just hoping personally, honestly, that in like 5 years' time, you have more channels such as like a Schalke channel. Yeah, just all around, like a whole broad spectrum. Because there are so many fans. It's just that most of the fans not English speaking, I assume so. So I just hope that we get more like English speaking. You don't, obviously not exclusively English, but English speaking at least channels to just have a better community. Because that's essentially what I think that, you know, the Premier League community. If you look at like the Redmen TV, then you look at United Stand, then you look at obviously Arsenal Fan TV. I mean, they're the huge one. A lot of these channels. Obviously, the ugly inside as well. You have a lot of these channels who are just there, you know, who can interact with each other, who can talk with each other, you know, and that's kind of what I'm hoping a similar thing is going to happen for the Bundesliga. Ultimately, though, I think that is going to take quite a long time because I think it takes a long time to actually establish a channel. And it's not very easy work. Now, obviously, I'm saying that I'm probably the laziest person. I'm probably the worst person to actually make a Bayern-based channel because when you look in the dictionary next to lazy, I am what comes up. There's a picture of me. If you want to look at like an old dictionary from like 1991 and you look at lazy, there's a picture of me right here. And that's basically what you get with me. So that's why I am probably like the worst person. Not 1991, 1901 I meant to say. But I'm probably like the worst person to actually make this Bayern channel. Just because I'm not as active as perhaps other people would have been. But, you guys, I guess you're kind of stuck with me now. Unless you obviously want to subscribe, unsubscribe. Yeah, unsubscribe, which is totally fine. But honestly, just looking ahead in the future. Now, like I said, I don't like to speculate that much, but I think 5 years at most, we're probably gonna have a lot more. Probably gonna have a lot more Bundesliga channels, Bundesliga focused channels. Now, there are obviously a lot of good content for Bundesliga fans, but there isn't that much just on the Bundesliga in of itself. Now, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to try and contact a few people on Twitter, on Facebook and whatnot, and try and see if we can get like just like a Bundesliga thing going on, which would be quite interesting. But I know Omar was talking to me about it a while ago, but I'm going to try and actually approach people now and see whether they would actually want to do something like that. And if there is news like a Bundesliga, just like a weekly Bundesliga wrap up with like multiple people, then obviously I'll get back to you guys. But it's been a ride. I've nearly been here now for 2 years, which time flies. I don't know whether that's just because a year is not worth as much as it was when I was 5, and a year was at 1/5 of my life, whereas now it's just 1/21th of my life. I don't know whether it's just because of that, but a year really flies. A season is quickly over. You know, you look at the season, you look at how we were all thinking about Ancelotti at the beginning of the season, and what he could bring, what he could do, you know, what's going to happen, what transfer we're going to do, and then it's like almost like snap, and the season is over. And now I'm thinking, okay, what's going to happen this transfer window? It's just, football is a good game. Football is a beautiful game, and honestly, I love football. But I feel like it's all going too fast. Maybe it's because I am too old and I don't really appreciate it, but maybe it's all going too fast. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm totally in a minority, and maybe some of you guys think a season is taking too long, it just drags on, whereas I'm thinking, you know what, I just want the season to, where did the season go, you know? Who knows? Yeah, but that's all I really wanted to talk about. Obviously, thank you again for the 1,000 subscribers. Now, a lot of people, when they hit 1,000 subscribers, when they hit a milestone, they're like, okay, I promise that I'm gonna do this and that, I'm gonna make this video, I'm gonna make videos every day, and honestly, I'm not gonna promise that. I tried doing that. For like, I think 2016, when in like my end of the season, end of the year thing. I made a video saying, well, I'm going to make a video every day. That lasted for about a week. So I'm not going to say I'm going to make a video every day, because in all reality, that's never going to happen. Unless, I don't know, unless in the future I have people working, I have my own business or something, and then I can just devote all my time on doing nothing. If that is the case, I will make a video every day, but I think I would just get bored. The way I do it right now, obviously that's a totally different part of this video, but you know, I'm just talking. I think if I made a video every day, I would probably just get bored. By like the 10th day or so, I'll just be like, you know what? Well, I can't do this anymore. Because although I like speaking, the thing about me is that for any of you guys that actually have a YouTube channel, right? Tell me if that's the same for you. For me, once the video is on, once it's recording, I can speak for hours. Once I start speaking, I can speak for hours, right? That's no problem. I mean, this video was supposed to be 5 minutes long. It's now nearly 20 minutes, so that just really says it. You know, my stream, it was a couple of days ago, was supposed to be 10 minutes long. It went on for an hour and 10 minutes. I can talk, right? But the thing is, for me, the process of actually pressing that button, to actually press the record button, that is my issue. I don't know why. Maybe it's for those guys that make a YouTube channel as well. You have the same problem. I don't know. But it's the same feeling as plunging into the darkness, essentially. You know, once you're actually falling, it doesn't really matter that much, because you're either going to land safely or you're not going to land safely. But just like taking a step off the cliff to actually jump, that is essentially the big part. The reason why there's not that many videos. I'll try at least get 1 or 2 videos out a week if there's something interesting, but it all depends on obviously what happens. But yeah, so now we've reached 1,000 subscribers. Pretty awesome, pretty sweet. Where we'll go next, I mean, the next would be 1,001 subscribers, which we kind of breached as well. So I guess the next milestone, great. Next time, when is the next time I'm going to have to make one of these videos? Probably in 3 years when we reached 10,000 subscribers. That's going to be a pain. Probably not 3 years. Probably 2021, 10,000 subscribers. Then probably 2060, 12,000 subscribers. I don't think there's going to be, personally, I don't think this channel is going to be that big. I don't hope it's going to be that big. I really don't. Because right now, I'm probably going to change my mind on that in the future, but right now, I actually know most people that comment. Most people that write, I know who they are. You know, I look at a comment, most of the time I get a comment on my phone, which is why I don't really reply that much, because I get a comment on my phone as a message that says, this person just commented. I look at it, I'm like, oh, it's him. I know exactly what he thinks. That's what I just kind of like. It's a small community, but probably in the future, as it goes on, I might be able to actually remember every single person, which I don't think I will. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this channel goes. Like I said, I'm hoping it doesn't go too big. But if I were to reach 1 million subscribers soon, I would not complain. So it is what it is. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter, because it's just like a part-time hobby. Not even part-time, just like a rare time hobby. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I hope you stay subscribed. If you don't, then Okay, I might have to do another if all of you guys unsubscribe right now, I might have to do another 1,000 subscribers special in like another year when I finally reach 1,000 subscribers again. Oh, that would actually be hilarious. You know what? That would actually be comedy. I wish that would happen. I don't, but I wish that would happen. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Like I said, regarding the challenge video, if I find a challenge video, I will upload it. If I don't find it, then I won't. It will probably be like an old video, but it's like a what was it? What did we play? Because the thing is, I think challenges are stupid. I really do think challenges are stupid for the most part. Like the ice cube challenge, the salt and ice challenge, where you literally burn your skin. I don't know for what reasons. Or the milk chugging challenge, which is like, why would you chug milk? People could use that milk to drink and eat, and eat your cereals. Here, cornflakes. Why would you waste? For the most part, I'm not somebody who likes seeing things get wasted. But in truth is, I probably waste a lot of things myself. So it is what it is. I guess that's just the generation I was born up with, grew up with. But if I find a challenge, which I think is a try not to laugh or you get hit. That sounds interesting. If you laugh, you essentially get punched. That's basically what the challenge was about. I made a video about that, but I'm gonna have to try and find a video. If I have the video, I'll probably upload it. Maybe at the end of this video. It's 21 minutes right now. If I add the video, I think it's another 15 minutes, so 35 minutes, 40 minutes. I don't think most of you guys will actually watch that long of a video, in all honesty. So I might actually make it separate. I could just call it a 1,000 subscriber special video. Whereas this one is just a thank you for 1,000 subscribers. So thank you. 1,000 subscribers, something like that, you know, something along the lines. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you very much for subscribing. Second of all, thank you very much for watching. Third of all, thank you very much for liking, because I know most of you guys actually like the videos, which is kind of strange. I'm one of those few people that don't like videos. I just watch videos, I don't like them. The only time I actually like videos myself, when I go on YouTube, which is basically always, I'm always on YouTube. But the only time I ever actually like a video is when I just save it. When I'm trying to save it. Instead of adding it to like a playlist or something, I just like it. So that's in my liked videos and it's saved. But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, thanks for being subscribed. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for just being awesome. That's the best way to put it. Thanks for being awesome. But as always, people, until next time, bye and have a nice day.